we do, yeah, we trade. What we do, yeah, we trade. What we do, yeah, we trade. What we do, said we trade. Said what we do, yeah, we trade. Hey guys, 10 pips a day takes poverty away. 20 pips a day take the family on the date. 50 pips a day, you can quit your job today. My name is Fxtruth. Welcome to another episode of Fxtruth. Guys, I'm super happy and grateful for what we have been doing so far. A lot of people's lives are being changed by just knowing the truth. I'm a big believer, and I know this, that for sure, that knowing the truth will set you free. The Bible said you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So guys, welcome to another episode of Fxtruth. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If this is your first time coming on this session, all we do is we trade. So we talk about what we do, right? Which is trading. So Fxtruth, we go in deep. We share the real stories people don't talk about. Over here, no fake gimmicks, no copying. We just laid it down just like how it is. Now on today's Fxtruth with Traders, I'm going to be having a conversation with some incredible individuals. You know, you guys may know Devante already. And I got one incredible individual on this live session today called Andy. Now, guys, these guys are doing very well, not even in terms of making money. I'm talking about in terms of how they reason, how they think, because that is what the game is all about. How you think is a very, very essential skill. Now, guys, before we get started, before I bring these individuals onto today's session, we're going to take 10 seconds break because what we do, yeah, we trade. And when we come back, we speak to these individuals. All right, let's go. Yeah, we trade. What we do, 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 said we trade. Said what we do, yeah, we trade. All right. So first off, we're gonna bring I think Devante because I don't think he has to introduce himself. I think everybody just know Devante already. Hey, my man,
Yeah.
how you doing?
I'm well, and yourself?
Man, I'm great. I think the market don't like you anymore.
I don't think we're at that stage just yet, but very, very, very soon. They're gonna be calling me up and telling me.
I know, right?
You've got some inside trading going on.
I know, right? I know, right? But you know what we are doing is we are trying to be not perfect. We are not trying to be the brilliant traders in the room. We just want to be smart because the money making is in how smart you think. And I think you are doing very well with the consistency when it comes to what you do. And I'm super happy and grateful with what you're doing, bro. So we're going to bring Andy right. And then, you know, because people already know the answer. So we're going to take Andy on right now. Hey, Andy, how you doing, bro?
Hi, Cliff. How are you, man? Thanks for bringing me in here. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming.
It's an honor.
Thank you so much, bro. So before we even start our discussion for today, guys, I'm just going to let it down. Andy's going to talk about himself, you know, for how long he's been in this space of trading and why. Andy, were you having some sort of doubt, you know, because some people that are trading now used to think that this space is, you know, useless, you know, and all that. So, you know, tell us who you are, Andy. Who are you? So let's just, you know, bring Andy up, you know, on just Andy, and then, you know, Andy will just tell people who he is. Yeah.
Cool. Shoot, I guess I'll start from the beginning if we have enough time. So like a lot of people, I think I spent a lot of time, you know, I went to school, college, and spent a lot of time working in the sort of corporate America life. And I noticed every year, every 2 years, I'd become life felt stagnant. I didn't feel challenged. And I didn't really enjoy where I was in my life. I had an interesting moment in my life when I was a bit younger, where I learned a lot about loss. I had a friend, unfortunately, that's no longer with us. And I started to run a charity music event in his name. That sort of set me on a total different path. You know, I was hosting music festivals, running events. It got me involved in a really awesome opportunity to work at a venue. And that was my dream job, right? And the same thing happened. 2 years in, I thought, man, this is boring. This isn't challenging me in the way I need to. I'm not mentally stimulated the way I like to be. And from that, I decided to work for myself and open my own business. And I'd been doing that for the last couple of years. Of course, the pandemic hit, and that sort of ended any, outdoor mass amount of people events. So a lot of things started happening in my life where, it was just sort of all downtrend, and I wasn't really selling on that way down,
Yeah.
So I hit the bottom, and it changed my perspective. My mindset completely changed on what my priorities were, what I thought was important, who I am as a person, who I want to be as a person going forward. And then I had a chance, to meet with a friend of ours, a mutual friend, and he got me started on this journey doing Forex, and it's been good since then. Great is something I certainly strive for, but wins are wins, and so far they've been pretty good, and I've been able to, manage some pretty good ones and some bad days too. So it's been an amazing journey as far as controlling my mentality, my emotions, like truly learning what the extremes of both of those things are. And it's been really amazing. I love it. I really do. And getting to meet a lot of people that internationally, especially, that are very like-minded, has been extremely, extremely reassuring as well.
Wow, bro. One thing that I would just say right now is, we all have been there. And then we all have been in a space where something brought us to a different area where we never thought we would be. And, even right now, this call that we're having right now, this live session, I never thought, there was going to be a time that, a guy called Andy will come on, that a guy that I've never, it's life. And, we need to understand that. Now, on Fxtruth, we don't say things like how, we don't decorate the things we say. We say them the way they are, so that people will get to know that we want them to get into this space of trading, but at the same time, we don't want them to get in with the wrong perspective. That is all we're doing on Fxtruth. So, to be honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, when you got in the first time, did you wanted to quit? Or you didn't have that? Did you get that experience? Did you get there?
I did a lot of research. I listened to a lot of different people that have been successful. I've always really enjoyed motivational speakers on YouTube. I love to listen to interviews with astronauts. Navy SEALs are a really interesting archetype. I don't necessarily agree with what job they choose, right? But they have been broken down to a point of pure rubble, and then they rebuild themselves. And if you listen to any truly successful person, right? Not someone who was just given it, not someone who just was born into gold bar life, right? You will always hear the same thing. It's, I hit rock bottom. I failed multiple times. I kept pushing through. I kept pushing through until I found that thing. And then from there, the rest of it was just up. Yeah. And that's always really rung true with me. And I think it's helped me keep some resiliency, when you hit the bottom like that, to really look within and look deep and say, I'm not going to let this beat me, and I can come back from it. So I think that's why perhaps I have an interesting perspective when it comes to it. Did I blow through my first $100 account? Yes. Did I blow through my second $200 account? Yes. But I think instead of saying, I want to quit, this isn't for me, I took those as really valuable lessons. And in any sort of trading, whether you're doing binary options, Forex, trading on the stock market, when there's money involved, those are valuable, truly valuable lessons, right? You learn so much from that. And I knew there was going to be losses. I knew I was going to be looking at a mountain to climb, and I'm still staring at that mountain saying, all right, let's do this. So
perfect. And then where are you now? What stage are you in now? Where are you now? Not in terms of how well you're doing mentally. Where are you now? Are you accepting the things? Are you accepting things the way they are, or are you still trying to find something? Where are you now? Because everybody gets somewhere in trading, journey. Where are you now?
I think where I'm at now is I've had some early successes, and I've done it very conservative.
Okay.
There's a part of me that wants to, we have greed. We all do.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that wants to up my lot sizes and try and, shoot for the moon and all that kind of stuff. But I think I'm in the position now where it's like, okay, I think I'm getting a little consistent.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. I've got someone in my background. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Let me just
No
close that
problem.
out. So I think I'm at a point where I am just understanding that, I'm in a spot where I'm finding my groove and I need to stay there. I can't try and get out of that yet. Like, I'm not at the point yet where I'm a year plus in. I'm not at that point where I can start really pushing myself. I'm trying to find a level of consistency that makes me comfortable and be okay with that, right? Like, I don't need to have a target of making $500 a day or any of that kind of stuff. Like, right now it's just learning how to be profitable and then learning how to take what I am doing now and then get to the point where I can scale that up.
Wow, guys, look, Fxtruth, this is the reason why I like this show right now, man, because he literally just says something that I want you to write it down wherever you are tuning in from, the viewers out there internationally. Guys, look, but before that, guys, drop in where you're tuning in from in the chat box, please. But most importantly, he said, groove. That means it's personal, something that he's not trying. And this is the part where a lot of people fail. Able to understand and accept that you wouldn't make $500 a day as the person who started, way before you. And you understand that this is your strategy and you will make, let's say, $20 a day, but $20 consistently. Because if you can make $20 maybe this week, you can make 40, right? Because you can do it twice. And if you do it twice, it's 40. If you do it again twice, it's 80. So when you understand that over and over again, your account can keep on growing. And I think we're gonna bring Devante on now, and I think we're all gonna have a conversation together. Andy, we're gonna have fun today. It's not gonna be a long call, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna really speak the real truth in this space. And guys, hit me with any questions you have. I will also be honest. Any questions I cannot answer, I will mute myself and still speak. But anyways, so Devante, you heard Andy, right?
Yeah.
Before we go on, you have anything you want to ask him?
Right. So one thing that that caught my eye with Andy, because when did you join the group? Last week, right?
Yeah, a week or two ago. Yeah.
So one thing that caught my eye, I think I put a chart into the group and you said, oh, it's going to do this. So you've caused me to take a second look. And it wasn't that what I saw was wrong, because trading isn't about being right or wrong. It's about when, as Cliff will tell you. So I saw what you saw, and then it was like, okay, so this guy knows what you're doing, because I think you saw the overall trend. Where we jumped on a call yesterday, because yesterday was the first time that I had the luxury of obviously getting on a call with you. What really, really shocked me was your sentimental analysis, because the way it just flows from you so effortlessly. You just think, right, well, people are going to be doing this, so don't worry, people are just getting up because they're probably scalping and so on and so forth. How have you managed to get that mindset and kind of tune into what you think is going on around you? Because it's accurate, it's so certain. Do you know what I mean? It's very, okay, this is what's probably going on, and so on and so forth. And from that, you then kind of enable me to then go forward and use my skills and say, okay, cool, because that's happening, I can then say that this, okay, yeah, it's fine to hold a trade, or so on and so forth. How is it that you've got that sentimental analysis? Because
That's a very good question. Yeah, that's very great.
I love the it is a good question. I think understanding people is important. I think the whole 10,000 foot view approach in life is a very good perspective.
Yeah.
You have to realize that, on the charts especially, there's 1,000 different types of traders at once, and there are certain times where it just, you can tell people are looking at it, and then one bad candle and people freak out and they get out and they take their profits, right? And 4 hours later, the trend is another 100, 200 pips, and those are the people that look back and say, oh man, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And there's lots of those. And I think it's understanding a bit of the emotional taxation that exists in this, and that people, when they are excited about the profits they have, more often than not, they're going to take them and run. And that's totally okay too, especially if you're doing smaller time frames. But I think it comes from just understanding people, which I'd like to think that I do pretty well, at least. And it's also a bit of just removing that sort of shadow of doubt, insecurity in the back of your mind as well. And just be saying, you know what, I think this and I'm going to stick with it. And if it doesn't do that, I get burned by it. That's okay. I can learn from it. So.
Wow, pretty much. I mean, Andy, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna take 10 seconds break, but so far, whatever you're sharing, I'm sure people are really, really getting enlightenment here. So, guys, if you have any questions for us, but when we come back, what we're about to do right now is agree to disagree. That is very important, because that part over there, we would get to know how each and every one is thinking on this call. So we're gonna take 10 seconds break. We come back, then we go to the agree to disagree session. All right, so let's go. Yeah, we trade. What we do? 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 Said we trade. Said what we do? Yeah, we trade. All right. So 10 pips a day takes poverty away, right? 20 pips a day, you can take the family on a date, and 50 pips a day, you can quit your job today. I like that a lot, because that is how it makes me move. So, guys, agree to disagree time. Sheesh. This is the part where everything is interesting, because we get to know how we all think in the market. Now, Devante, let me just start with you first. Do you agree that in order for you to become a trader, you need to become a totally different person, like transforming from a civilian to a soldier? Do you think that is how trading works?
Yeah, and that's solely because trading is paradoxical. So if every person that's trying to become a trader, if you haven't read Trading in the Zone, go and read it, or go and listen to it as an audiobook, because that book there, it really outlines that you've got to shift your perspective and how you view things to get right, because the stuff that you learn in life, or you learn throughout your life, it doesn't really work in trading. And so you'll find yourself kind of battling, and that's where people say, I jumped out of this trade because this happened, like you said, the one bad candle. But that's not how trading goes. You know what I'm saying? It's up and down, because you've got so many people doing different things at different times. Yeah, you're gonna get those kind of clashes, so to speak, and it's kind of you've got to have your mind in that zone to be able to say, no, this is my analysis. I can't tell the market what to do or how to get there, but I can kind of say I think it's going to go here. Okay, so definitely.
So Andy, what about you? Do you agree or do you disagree?
Oh man, I agree, but with a bit of an asterisk to it, and let me explain. It's
okay. Let's go.
I do agree that you have to sort of become a soldier, right? You have to compartmentalize and remove some of the pieces of you that could be looked at as weaknesses or whatever. But I do think at the same time, learning to become a better trader also is an opportunity for you to learn how to become a better person. I think that that's required. The level of discipline that's required to all of this, taking care of your mind and your body and stuff like that. I think that all of those things that you need to do this are also skill sets that you can bring into your daily life that will actually help you evolve and like kind of upgrade as a person too. So I do agree. And I think that it's an opportunity to transform yourself into a greater self.
That's great. So guys, whoever wants to go, but we can start with Devante. So that means if you guys agree, so that means not everyone can be a trader then. Not everyone should be. Not everyone should be. Let me put a question that way. Now, this is where, because I really want to give a hard agree to disagree sessions today. I really want us to have fun. So we're gonna dive in, guys. So that means not everyone should be traders.
See, I think everyone can be traders. I think it's just about where you are in your journey in life. And the reason I say that is because after reading Trading in the Zone, I start to look at trading as an art form. You can express yourself in so many different ways.
Okay.
So because you can express yourself in so many different ways, it's like I'm not going to express myself how you express yourself or how Andy expresses himself. And because you have that kind of degree of individuality in it, everyone should be able to be a trader. It's just about, again, when. It's not literally.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is every single type of personality is in trading.
Definitely.
You just have to find what it is and connect yourself, design that person to become a better version, more of yourself, then milk the market. Because you find swing traders, you will find scalpers, and all these stuffs has personalities and attitudes in there. Different type of risk management. People that are not scared to enter trade with lot sizes. Even some people are even nervous to enter trades with huge lot sizes. It doesn't even matter how big their account is. They will still not do it. And we have those that they may have small and they will enter big. Like me, for example, guys, Fxtruth, let me be honest. Management wise, I sucked. I even think I still do, but it's just that people are looking up to me. So I'm really not going to be that honest, but I'm honest. I sucked. Like, how bad? I'm the kind of person that in life, I'm like, okay, I've seen this phone. I like it. You know what? Let me just get it. So I will calculate in the future how much I can make, like after a month. Then I will buy the phone now. You get it? Like, I will buy the phone because I need it in my desired way now. So then I will calculate and okay, then if I get extra cash in the future, then I've replaced it with the decision I made today. I don't even know what's going to happen in the future, but I just want it now. And that attitude, that was the reason why I couldn't even withdraw for 3 years, because I will see a trade and I'll be like, you know what? It might not go there, but what if it does? You know, what if? Then I will enter the trade from there. Have you guys realized this? Maybe you have. You're trading gold. It has either dropped all the way down. You're like, oh, as for this, I've not seen any indications, but the way it has dropped down, it has to go up a little bit. Then it still keep on dipping. For some reason, it keep on dipping and dipping and dipping.
Yeah.
And you ask yourself that when is it going to turn around? And then the moment you get out, it start to rise. Then you were like, oh my days. So that was my problem back then. I was trading with hope. And you can trade so much with hopes that you will pray on your trade. This is how serious you become. Like, you will start praying on your trade, like that would change anything. It wouldn't, you know. So that comes to it. So now, guys, one more. We just still going on. So one more thing again is I think strategies. People sometimes are confused about how to. So if you got good life, but you still lose in some way, what should a person do about that? So about a lifestyle. Also, what if you have a good life? Andy, take it away.
I like to kind of follow up too with Devante there with what he said about, do you think everyone can be traders? And my answer to that, truthfully, is no, I don't.
Yeah.
I think when is certainly the biggest factor there, and you're right. But I think in this life, you have to sort of go through something pretty difficult and really, really understand like who you are at your core, right? When you're stripped from everything, to really, really understand what you're capable of and know exactly what it feels like to lose and be okay with that. There are some people that have had the easy street in life, and I'm, you know, they're very blessed, and I'm thankful that that's their life. I think that they lose $100, $200 in a day, they're not going to be able to necessarily handle that and then quit. As far as what about lifestyle? If you have a good lifestyle, but you still lose in some way, what should a person do about that? I think managing your losses is a big part, right? Like understanding when you got to get out. And lifestyle, I go to the gym every single day. If I have a bad day, I go to the gym. If I have a good day, I go to the gym. Do I like going to the gym? No one does, right? No one does.
That's a lie.
Right?
That's fact.
So, but I go because it's my opportunity to literally just wipe clean my day, right? I go there, I take out my frustrations or my excitement level, and it helps me reset. I think everyone has a different version of that, whether you meditate or, which you should do. or you work out, or you go walk around in nature, whatever that is for you, make sure you do that on a daily basis. Create that sort of baseline consistency. It's helped me a lot. You know, I had a really bad day the other day and I was frustrated, and I just stopped half day, went to the gym, thought about it, said, you know what, tomorrow's another day. Hopped on the call with Devontae yesterday morning, and we ran it up in the morning yesterday. So
wow. And I think one more question I'm gonna pop up. So when does somebody know that they should quit? Because a lot of people are caught up in the emotions, like, oh, what if I quit and this was for me? And you know, people are getting motivations that is not for them. Because external motivations are good, but are also dangerous. Because internal ones is what makes you who you want to be. But external ones is mostly sometimes can turn into manipulation and shifting paradigms that is not supposed to be shifted. So when that somebody knows that, man, I need to get out. Like, for example, you let's say you are addicted, you have a bad lifestyle, but you have friends that likes that lifestyle. Now you want to get out, but you don't know how to get out because your friends are in there, you know? So a lot of people are getting into this space and they don't know when to get out because for some reason they think their light is coming someday. But trading is not the only thing that will give you financial freedom. I'll be honest on this call right now. So when do you know, guys, we are going deep right now. When do you know when to get out and say, hey, you know what? This is it. I'm done. This is not for me. And if someone says this is not for me, should we, the traders, go like, oh man, there's a chicken. You know, we call them names, chicken, and, you know, stuff like that. You are not an ego, you know. It got nothing to do like that. This is not for them. You know, don't let them feel like their life is going to be over just because they don't want to do the same thing that you are not trying to do. So when that somebody knows, because somebody may be watching this video right now and they want to know, am I going to survive or am I running in circles? And this is not, because not everyone can be a soldier. You can try to go to the camp, you can do trainings, you can hurt yourself, you can do all of that. But there will still be something missing because you are not born for that. Because we used to have this thing in that people say sometimes that if you are forcing a fish to climb a tree, then the fish will feel like it's dumb their whole life, you know. And if you are trying to force a lion to swim like how the fish does, then a lion will think it is dumb. But meanwhile, the lion is the king of the jungle and on the land. So a lot of people are feeling this way, and I think we should help somebody watching this call right now that it is okay that this is not your space. It is okay for you to go look for something else and still make money. So guys, how does the person know that this is not for me?
So I want to continue for where Andy left off with the gym analogy, right? So right, so people go to the gym. You said you don't like to go into the gym. I don't know about you, I like going to the gym. But
yeah, I see people love it.
Exactly.
It's a love hate, but I know it's good for me, you know.
Exactly. But so let's just assume that we've got two categories, right? We've got people that don't like going to the gym and people that like going to the gym. We're all from those two categories, right? We're all in agreement that going to the gym is good for you. Yeah. So even though you're going to the gym and you don't like going to the gym, you know going to the gym is good for you. I like going to the gym. I'm still going to go. It's good for me, right? So let's add a third category. A third category being someone, for instance, with a disability, muscle wasted or something like that shouldn't be in the gym, right? And we know that them going to the gym is going to be detrimental to their health, right?
Yeah.
That's when you know that you shouldn't be trading. So if it's being detrimental to yourself, if you literally, it's not working for you at all, it's not, it doesn't fit with your psychology, because once you have your method, psychology is then the ball game, right? Okay. So if you know that if you're sad, you can't get your psychology on point, it's just not working for you, then you know you shouldn't be in trading. And I think that's the only thing, because I'm of the view that 99%, 98%, 90% of people can trade. It's just about when and putting yourself in that right space. But yeah, that's how I'd view it.
Okay, so Andy, you have something you want to add? Because I don't know, but guys, those viewers out there, you can also disagree or agree, guys, by putting it in the chat. It's okay. So you see, like the gym analogy that you guys were saying, the same thing. People go to the gym to keep fit. It's good. That part, as I always say this, guys, and wherever you are out there right now, listen to me carefully. Don't get me wrong. It is not okay for you not to know and understand the financial market. It is not. For example, you live in a house and you don't even know how to do CPR. Anything can happen. Nobody's saying be a professional CPR giver or whatever it is. Nobody's saying that don't know how, if somebody's choking on the food, you should be able to have some little bit of knowledge and, to be able to, backstroke the person from the back, let them spit the food out. You need to be able to know these things. If you don't know it, then things happen. But if you know it, it's great. The same thing when it comes to trading. You don't have to know how to trade like how these guys are doing. But you need to understand why things are happening in this world. So the same thing, you don't have to go to the gym like how Devante goes to the gym, because as Andy was saying, you are right. I can see that. I can see that, bro. You love the gym. But at the end of the day, you don't have to go to the gym the same way he does go to the gym. But being disciplined when it comes to your health is a good advice. Let me put it that way. So you don't have to come into this space and learn the way, we stay out 17 hours, 15 hours to trade. But at least you should know why Bitcoins is noisy. You should know why, at least why, people are talking about investment. Why? Something is about to happen. You need to have some knowledge about it. How you will invest, however, is solely dependent on you. That practice can be different. Warren Buffett is an investor. He doesn't trade the same way we trade. And a lot of people didn't even know. The Warren Buffett used to be a network marketer as well. So all these little things are things that, you need to have some knowledge about. It doesn't mean that you need to be a trader that, read the chart and, retail trading style. But that is my say. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but that is what I think. I think at least you should know why something is moving. You should know why people are talking about crypto, NFT. Like people are talking about NFT now. What is it? Just know about it, Okay, digital art. Is it possible? Yes, it is. It is possible that there is a time coming we'll be doing live online auctions where individuals like, average people that are not living in Paris or, wherever in France, they could also come and call a meeting and say, hey, guys, I want to show you my art. And who is going to buy it? And they say, okay, I'll go for it. $10,000. It's going to get there. We are going to that side of the world. So I think it's very important that people look into that. I think we have some couple of stuff in the chat. But can you not, someone said, but can you not make it fit in your psychology? Forcing.
So what I wanted to say to that, because I did see that comment, is so sticking with the gym analogy, because I think that's pretty much everyone gets it. Going to the gym, you can do multiple things in the gym. So it's just like the financial markets, right? You go to the financial markets, you can trade on foreign exchange, indices. You can use binary options. There's multiple ways to invest, right? So you can go to the gym and then you can find what works for you. But if you can't find anything, so it's going back to trading, if you're a gambler and you've been a gambler for 5 years and you can't seem to get the habit away from you, you can't make it. It's not going to work. If you're solely a gambler, you come to the market and you're just going, yeah, I'm just going to press a buy today just because, and I'm going to hope and pray. You're not even hoping and praying to God. You're sitting there and just going, yeah, my states, I'm happy, I'm fine. And you're going to lose. You're going to lose way too much.
Yeah, I think questions are popping out really bad. But I want to ask, Andy, you can go on while I check this question.
Okay. I wanted to just sort of mention like the get in and get out thing. I think your heart, right? Your heart is your engine, right? And your mind is the driver. Okay. If both of those things are matching up, then you're solid. But if your mind is blackening your heart because you're having these toxic thoughts and you're spinning out mentally and you're saying, you're speaking all those negative words in your mind that are just driving you down, then this might not be for you, because that stuff is toxic and it compounds just like interest, right? And you'll drive yourself down to the bottom. Leave yourself in a situation where you're like, wow, that didn't work out for me. Maybe nothing ever will. And I think that's the biggest part of the whole mentality and psychology behind a lot of this is like, you got to stay positive. If you're not a person that has the ability to like really do that positive thinking, neuroplasticity kind of life, then this is going to be a very difficult, very, very difficult sort of progress or process for you, because you're going to literally, your losses are going to be so much more detrimental to your mind than your wins that you're just never going to be able to get to that next level. And that's my opinion.
Wow. And do you think every trader gambles once in a while?
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Perfect. Do you guys agree? I like that, because I thought you were going to disagree. Like, you'll get to a point you will never gamble. We all gamble. We gamble all the time. You know, and it is not gambling as in we don't know what we are doing. We are speculating. But at the end of the day, sometimes some lot size you will choose, some entries. There is this little bit of gambling in there. And I think people should understand that it will happen. Anyways, so I think we see then that is your wake-up call to get out. Those who trade are those who know the risk of it, but still continue the journey to see success in the future. That's a very good point, Precious. That's a very, very, very good point. Really, I agree. So, guys, we're gonna bring our last question up. This side, we're gonna just be telling people what the truth of some things, and I wish that we could have all these because there is a whole lot of things to discuss. But we're gonna take some 10 seconds break again. You guys are gonna, now we're gonna ask each other questions, right? We're gonna ask each other questions, and then we will see how it goes. So let's take 10 seconds break. We come back, and then we will go in circle that way. Then we smash and wrap it up. That's the live session call. So all right, let's just take a 10 seconds break. Yeah, we trade. What we do? 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 Said we trade. Said what we do? Yeah, we trade. All right. So who want to go first, Andy? What question do you have for me and Devante? Or for me personally, or Dante personally, whichever. You can ask him anything you want.
It's a good one. How do I ask the king of NAS 100 a question? I don't even know where to start, man. Yeah.
Oh no, God. You know what? Sometimes people text me all the time, and they're like, "Hey, King," I'm like, "No, I'm not." I just really want you to know that I'm not. It's just that I believe though that choosing one thing and focusing on it is a game changer. I believe that 100%. But at the end of the day, I'm still not gonna move. Of course, we are still sticking to your question, Andy. So we are waiting for you.
Hold on. So can I just interject there? So that question that you asked Cliff, So Cliff, I wanted to take you back. I think it was about 2 weeks. Do you remember the Thursday? So that Thursday you put on that one trade, it went take profit one, then went to stop loss. You put on the second trade, went to stop loss, and then Friday you put on the trade again, it went to take profit, and then back to stop loss, right? What? So obviously we kind of gathered that it was your psychology that was a bit off at that stage, yeah. What kind of mental process did you have to go through to put yourself back? Because the reason I'm asking that is because obviously Andy just said the king of NAS, as if and people literally take that as if you can never have any losses or nothing. But that was a key a day for us, I think, because it highlighted that not only are we taking losses, it does happen to the best of us. So what mental thing did you have to go through to kind of get back on point?
Okay, wow, this guy just asked $1 million question, guys, right here. He did, like, literally, this is some of the questions you get the answers to, and it changes everything for you. So I'm going to be honest, when that was happening, I already, if you guys realize, I already did send a setup that I was waiting for this particular setup. Then the trade came before the setup was ready, and it went, the first one went, I think TP1 and 2, I think it was 30 pips, and then it came back. That was the first time it started going there. And I was like, what happened? This was supposed to be it, no? Then I went in again, and before I could realize, it almost touched TP1 and it reversed and went to the stop loss. Then I was mad because I stayed up almost 16 hours waiting for this move, and I was tired. And I was like, okay, you know what? If I sleep, I might miss this trade, but it looks like it. Now, this is where it gets tricky. It looks like it, very dangerous mentality. So it looks like it might go or it might not. So what I saw was, and this is one thing I really want you guys to pay attention to this. What do you want to see? The market will show you. Should I say it again? I really hope everybody is just taking notes of what I'm saying right now. What you want to see. I promise you this right now. If you want to see a buy, you will see it. If you want to see a sell, you will see it. If you want to see consolidation, you will see it. So I was like, okay, what am I seeing right now? That moment in that week, it was not about what I was seeing. It was about what I wanted to see. And I was going through a rough movement stuff in my life that week. And the first thing I was supposed to do was to stay away from the market. But during that week, I was receiving messages from people. Cliff, we need to make money, Cliff. Cliff, when is another signal coming, Cliff? You know, and that moment, I won't lie. And if you guys will realize, a lot of you guys have not been hearing from me in more groups lately, is because I said, look, I'm just going to isolate myself, and it's just me and my trading view, and that is it. So that week, I isolated myself from everything. My phone was off, my WhatsApp, everything was off. Then I sat down on the chat and I'm like, what am I not seeing? Then everything, you see, it's going to sound like I'm being crazy. But when I sit beside the chat, I see things. I don't know how to explain. I cannot explain that. I cannot teach you that. I see things and I'm like, oh, but why didn't I see this? What happened? And support is coming from this zone and some resistance. And I see it in my eyes. Like, I don't even have to draw it. I'm like, So then I sat back. And then as you guys can see, if you're already seeing that, it's a game changing, isn't it? The signals change again. Everything just went just like that. But everybody gets there. Some people stay in that zone for 1 month. Some people stay in that zone for 2 hours. Some people stay in that zone for 6 months. I stayed in that zone for a week. I was there for a week because it wasn't just about trading. It was about personal stuff. So whenever that you are in an area of life when personally something is wrong somewhere, then you have to fix it. So how did I make sure? Now, it wasn't just about fixing it, but how did I make sure it won't happen again? So I got some indicators, and I got some, not indicators as in trading view indicators. I got some plans for myself. And then every single morning, you see the video that you guys I did, and I placed it on the YouTube that I said everybody show up before you trade. I watched that video myself. Every single morning. I have another one. I have another video, and I have a recording of a song that I did for myself. You know, yes, I do weird things, but I have to share it so that you guys will know what I do. I have a song that I recorded myself with my voice telling me things that I don't need to do, and I listen to it over and over again. I listen to it over and over again. I will share that song. I will record a very small part and I'll put it in the Fxtruth group so you guys can see it. I do stuff. Guys, I don't just wake up and trade. I can sometimes sit down and replay the market over and over again to find out what happened, why something happened. So the effort I put in, I would say, is different. It goes to the extent of doing things that people will be like, what is Clifford doing? Sometimes I sleep and I draw charts in my mind. I sleep, no game. I sleep, and then I'm like, I close my eyes and I'm like, okay, the market is here at this moment. It could go here and hit this resistance. I do that. Why? Because I want to become so attached to the market. It's like, for example, if you have a wife, if she's angry, you could tell from just the way she acts, because you've been with her over and over again. So I told myself, I will make the market, the chart, like your phone, you know, to the extent that you can tell that, oh, this is what is happening, not because of technicals, but because of connection, energy. You know, people talk about energy attracts money. So that is what I do. I attract that sort of relationship. So I do things that you will find weird, but I don't care. I don't care how you see me. I don't care even if you think I wake up every single day in the morning. I stand at the top of my roof. I look at the city, you know, and I stand there and I look at it like this. I do weird stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do stuff that people wouldn't do. I don't just wake up and trade anymore. I wake up and I literally and I pray before I trade. I won't lie about that. So guys, with me, with a question that you were asking, Devante, the truth is I didn't just leave that zone by just reflecting on something I would call mistake. It wasn't mistakes. It was, I won't call it mistakes. I will call it life. I will call it life. Life happened. And at the end of the day, I needed to understand that, Clifford, if you are doing this, do it more. So guys, I do things like that. I have songs that I recorded myself that I listen to. I have videos that I watch myself every single day in the morning. And stuff like that. So with me, what is the weirdest things that you would do? Everyone has weird stuff they do in their marriages to keep their marriage going. Man, I don't know what you do. I don't know how freak you get. But at the end of the day, you have to do something. You have to do something. I don't know. You are married to the market. Do something with the market. Be weird with the market. Like, I don't know. You know, when you wake up in the morning, because now I have I have this thing I'm doing. Like every single morning, I started with a 50 push-ups. And if I do 50 push-ups, I do 60 the next day. I do 70 the next day. I'm doing it to 90 days. I don't know how many push-ups I'm going to do at the end of 90 days. But that is what I'm doing. So I do things that you wouldn't do. And that is where the game is. Like Andy is doing something that you guys wouldn't do. Devante is doing something that you guys wouldn't do. Now, if he's able, like Kobe Bryant, and this was what changed my mentality, why I'm very competitive, but this is why I am. I make sure you won't work more than me. If Andy tells me he will stay up 24 hours, I will stay up 24 hours or 25. If Devante, you tell me you will stay up 16, I will stay up 18. And I told myself, no matter where I go, it doesn't even matter whether me and a couple of traders in the room, if you stay up 16, I will go 18. I don't care. I will stay up more than you. And where did I get this from? Kobe Bryant. He said he was training, and then what is the name of this guy again? The name of the guy that came into the court with him, that he came and Kobe Bryant was in the court. And then I think the guy was the one telling the story. I think, was it Ivan? Okay. So he came into the court. Kobe Bryant was in there. And he left and Kobe Bryant was in there. So then Kobe Bryant was trying to tell people that, listen, it's two things, passion and outwork them. So I said, oh, so if every single trader is staying up 10 hours, Cliff, do 12. If every single trader is saying 15, do 16. So in my group, previously, I told people this, that I like how you guys are trying to work hard, but you will still not outwork me. We will either work equally. I'm very competitive, guys. If we see that we will work equally, you can ask Devante. When he get on call with me, I tell you can either work equally 24-24 or 23-24, but I will take the 24. I don't care how long you want to work, but you want to outwork me. So, guys, that is one thing I do. I really stay up. I can stay up 17 hours for a signal that will give 200 PTS. That is me. So, Devante, your question is, I do weird stuff. I'm a weirdo. And I'm cool with that. All right. So yeah, guys. Yeah.
One thing I wanted so one thing that you said, obviously, was envisioning it, but there are actual studies that go to show that so there was one about going to the gym and people that actually visualize themselves lifting the weights after a period of time, I think it was a month or two after that period of time, when they actually went to the gym against the group that didn't visualize lifting the weights, they had a 33% increase in their muscle mass and strength just from envisioning it alone. So playing through things in your head, imagining you getting that winning trade. And it's also about you're creating your future. Remember, your future isn't just going to happen. You're creating it. So everything you're doing today is going to affect tomorrow, 5 years down the line, etc. So that is a big part of it as well. I'll be sleeping. I'll be lying down, sleeping and thinking about trading and thinking about the trade that I'm going to put on tomorrow and getting a good call. So that's a big part of it.
Can I just say something to you guys so that you guys get this very well? Have you guys realized that some of your best trades was a feeling that was so strong that you said, this is it? Ask yourself, how did it happen? It was a feeling until you saw the chart. It wasn't you saw the chart and you felt it. Anytime you see the chart before you feel something, be careful. But anytime that you feel it before you look at the chart, there is something right there for you. I don't know. This is the homework I'm giving to you guys. It's something that is going to sound weird, but try it. I promise you this. Whenever you feel something before you get into the chart, it is a different story than looking at it and getting the feeling. It's not the same thing. And it all comes out to how you spend time with the chart. So if you spend more time with the chart, you start to attract entries. I don't know how I can explain this. This is how you have to cultivate your winning stuffs. Nobody, if you ask Messi, like Messi, how do you do what you do? He cannot teach you to become like him. He doesn't know. I promise you this. He doesn't even know. He just play football. Ronaldo will tell you the same thing. Tiger Woods will tell you the same thing. All these great guys will tell you that I don't know. I just play. I just swing. I just trade. Guys, I just trade. Yes, I can teach you the technicals. But the stuff that I do, I just trade. I don't know why some entries, I feel it so hard. I'm like, this is it. Then I go in, then I'm like, I'm waiting for this area. Like, for example, there is a move that I'm looking for. You guys will see it. By the grace of God, I'm waiting for this move, and I feel it that it's going to go there. And at the end of the day, I think I said it, and I think we even missed the entry a little bit. That day on the call, I said, the moment it comes to this direction, it will keep on going up and up and up until 600 to 1,000 PTS. I don't know if people was on the call, but it is going. Have you guys seen how it's moving?
Yeah,
But
since yesterday.
yes.
Yeah.
So how did I know this? I don't know. I just felt it that, oh, if it touches this area, then it might go there. If we use technical, it could have touched there and still broke down. Nobody knows. It could have just still keep on dipping. So what I'm just literally saying that, guys, look, in this space, it's all about how weird you can get with things. If Cristiano Ronaldo is supposed to tell you what he does to be who he is and where he is, you know, you guys wouldn't do it. So we do what you wouldn't do so that we will get what you can get. Simple as that. So we are doing things that they wouldn't do. Guys, like what we are, that is a key point. Do what they wouldn't do. Do what they wouldn't do, guys. The retail traders are doing so much crazy stuff. Don't do it. They say they are going to be using technical analysis. It's all great. Go master the psychological side. Somebody will tell you psychology is not really important. It is. Risk management is not really important. It is. It's not really the most important thing, but it is important as equal to the technical side. So, guys, market sentiment. It is very important. Imagine we come on this call. I'm like, hey, Andy, I want to sell you an iPhone. He's like, Clifford is desperate. How much, Cliff? $1,000. Nah, man, I'm gonna go for 600, Cliff. 600. Then what is Andy doing? He's looking at my face. 600. Nah, bro, come on. Do you know this phone, the quality, everything? Nah, Cliff, look, 600. If you're gonna take it. Fine, I don't want. What is he doing? He's looking at me. He's feeling me. He's analyzing me. Okay. You know what? All right, 600. Cool, bro. But you know this thing is really not good. Now there can be two options in there. Either Andy won or Cliff won. Maybe Cliff was pretending that he wants to sell it for 1,000, but he wanted to actually sell it for 300. But Andy came in fast and said 600 was like, booyah, baby. But according to Andy, he won because he thought Cliff said 1,000.
That's a good
It's
analogy.
a dangerous game that we hear, guys. Yeah. Trading. That is why I gave you guys our video. While we touch on this before we close this session right now, guys, don't forget this. We are dealing with brokers that do not want you to win. They don't want you to make money. They don't want you to make money at all. They want you to deposit as much as you can, but they don't want you to make the money. They want you to open as lot sizes as you can, but they don't want you to make some money. And some people are working with the brokers, and they are making people think that all you gotta do is to not think deep, is to not understand the hierarchy. Where is the brokers getting their money from? If they're getting from somewhere, then somebody must be getting the satisfaction, right? The brokers need to satisfy some people. Then the brokers need to satisfy those who are satisfying the retail traders. When you understand this hierarchy, then you as a retail trader, you will know that there is a system built for you so that you wouldn't survive. Then now you will trade very well, and your retail trader friend wouldn't become the enemy. He would definitely really become the friend. And we don't have to fight against each other, guys. We are supposed to be one. Because look at what GameStop did. You see? Imagine if thousands of retail traders goes to a market that no one is trading. You get a key point right there, guys. Imagine a market, a pair that no one is trading. Then we go in there and we milk the market. Are you guys getting the whole idea of it? So a lot of people were trading gold. I left. I know people are still trading where it's great, but I left the gold side. There was a time people were trading GG a lot. I left. Because anytime that there is noise in there, they know you know. They know you know that this is where the money is. Crypto, they know you know. So yes, crypto will go up, but oh boy, it will take some money with it. It will blow some account. It will wipe away some, a couple of people's life savings. Then it will go there. So what I'm just saying right now is that, guys, sometimes it's always about understanding how the game works. So some people are trading some pair that no one is trading. They will go there, less noise. Why do you think US 30 is sometimes a little bit too much, like that? And NAS 100, if you guys have been trading it, you will realize that. Why do you guys think I chose? I wasn't trading NAS 100 1 year ago. I picked it up like 7 months ago. And I sat down and I said, I will learn your behavior. And that was it. I wasn't trading NAS 100 7 months ago. And again, there is another pair that is going to come up again. I'm going to switch again to another pair because I don't trade one pair for a whole long time. All right. So guys, look, we are going to make the money. We are going to make the money. We're going to make so much money that you will be surprised. But at the same time, don't ever think that you just have to put in a trade and you have to make it work. Let me just give you guys one more example before we wrap it up. What if you compound all your money in a broker and you wake up one day and the broker is gone? I'm just asking, guys. What are you gonna do? 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 What are you gonna do?
I'm pretty sure the insurance policy will make sure that I get my
All
money
right.
back.
Yeah, make sure you guys are all reading your insurance policies on your broker account.
Yeah,
for sure.
Very well, true. And how you also save in your brokers and how you compound and keep on leaving money there really matters.
Yeah.
This is all part of the game. People don't really. So it is one thing to know how to trade. The next one is making money. The next one is how to keep the money. All of these are levels. But people only think about drawing a chart. They don't learn how to make the money. And as time goes on, when you are now making the money, you need to know how to keep it. Where do you move it? Do you start moving into some real estate stuffs? Do you what do you do? So trading is not just really being able to make profit in the game. It's about knowing how to become financially free through it. And it's a lot of things. So guys, I'm sharing this with you guys right now. Really take serious of this. If you're going to be the person that wants to make millions of dollars in this market, start looking at becoming partners with brokers. Message them. Yeah. Text them and say, hey, my name is Andy. I want to have a contract with you guys. When I have $10,000, I want personal accountant. If you don't give me that, I move my money. Guys, I'm being serious. Do that. Text them and say, hey, look, I need a personal accountant. And they will tell you, okay, when you're on gold. Great, no problem. Hey, I hate gold. Give me now. Hey, accountant, I need to go have a contract with you guys. When you guys were watching Anton Creel, if anyone have watched that video, he said it. He said, DM them and tell them, listen, show me your stuff. That show that, working with you makes sense. Show me, because it's business. So people are having thousands and thousands and six figures in their account, and they don't even speak to anyone in the broker. How? Like, that is nuts, because at the end of the day, anything can happen. So right now, guys, this is one tip. If you didn't get anything from this call, this is for the future use. The moment that, because some brokers, they have levels, right? They call it any names, gold, silver, blah, blah, blah. There is a reason why it's like that. Always go for the gold. Always find an account person. Find them, become close with them, and then let them. Sometimes you will even have to, say thank you to them. I'm telling you guys, this is real fact. Then if something is about to go down, hey, Andy, how you doing? Look, you didn't hear this from me. Look, in the next couple of 2 weeks, things about to go down. And, you need to think about your family and stuff. Bro, you didn't hear from me. Okay, bye-bye, good. Now what you do, quickly, you pick up your money and you get out of it. Because this is a game. This is a space where you need to understand the business. But until it gets there, right? But guys, you guys got this from here on this call. You wouldn't get it from anywhere. I'm just being real with you guys right now. So at the end of the day, guys, look, Fxtruth, I think we have had the most interesting conversation ever since. Andy, if you have anything you want to share with everyone before we go, with me as well, when it comes to strategies, guys, all I do is the same thing I do is what I show you guys. I don't do anything different. The only thing that I cannot help you with is my personality. That is different. But the strategy wise, I've given you guys everything. And it's as simple as it gets. Andy said something in the beginning. He said, when you see a trend and it's going, that is how NS trades. When he see a trend and it's going up, he buy. If he's selling, he sell. So it's all about finding a strategy that works for you and then make the money. Now make the money, guys. Every single retail trader listening to me now, listen. Make the money now quickly. There is a time coming, a whole lot of guys are going to come into the retail trading side. A lot of people are going to go for a lot of fund account programs. Then it's going to put a whole lot of indecisiveness in the market, because now people are using $300 to get 50,000, right? They don't care. So at the end of the day, guys, really make all the money you can make now. Partner up with those who are serious, like what Devante and Andy and you guys are doing is incredible. Partner up with people now. Make the money now, and then when the noise is too much, move to a different market. Different pair. You move out of there. Now NAS 100 is killing it. Make the money from there now. Gold, make the money. Then move to volatility index. Do you guys know about that?
No.
You guys don't know about volatility index, yeah? Okay, one more quick tip. Is the kind of player that you can make 30,000 pips in 15 minutes.
But equally,
Yeah.
equally, you can lose 30,000 pips in 5
Yeah.
minutes.
No, but it moves less noisy.
Mhm.
I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna let Enes talk about that. I don't know why Enes have not even shared about with anyone yet. That guy is being greedy these days. But anyways, look, you can make 30,000 pips in less than 15 minutes. I'm being real with you guys, and people are making a lot of money from there. So, guys, look, there is so much information that I can give, but at the end of the day, it won't change your life because the most majority part of the whole thing depends on what you do when I'm not around. When Devante is not around, they say that the Christian that worships well is not the one that raises their hands up when everyone is watching or looking. It's the one that raises their hands up in their private rooms. You are the Christian. So the trader is the one that you do the things that nobody's looking. When you put up a chart in the group, do you take your own trade? Or do you just want to say, hey, I predicted this and it went there? We call them Enes has a name for them. They are very funny guys. I used to be there. I'll call Enes. I'm like, Enes, the trade, my first year. Enes, you see the trade? The GBP USD went there. It's like fire. So my brother would give me fire, flames emojis. I'm like, yeah, like I'm a trader. You just playing with yourself. So guys, look, today has been great. It has been a very great call, Andy. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It has been great. And guys, look, if you have any questions, guys, let's form that, not family, guys. Look, I'm not gonna be on this session and lie. I'm not trying to say let's form this family. We are business partners that understand that we have one goal. I don't want us to do that family thing because in my previous network marketing experience, you do family and you get attached and you realize that people will leave when they have to, when it's time. So don't do that, family, but at the same time, we have common goal. Let's win together. All right. So Devante, you have anything you want to say? Andy, you have anything you want to say, guys, before we leave?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you so much for everything you do. It's amazing. I think you're really shedding light on a lot of things that people might not be looking at as far as their mentality is concerned, like the 10,000 foot view. I think it's incredible. And big shout out to Devante too for kind of taking the reins a little bit and opening up Zoom sessions and early in the morning for me. But if you guys ever played team sports, if you've done anything, watch the Lego movie. The theme song to it is everything is awesome. Everything is great when you're part of a team. Goldman Sachs has thousands of employees, and they sit in a shitty little office and trade all day long with each other. 40 people on this pair, 100 people on this pair.
You're just spilling the truth, bro. Damn.
They're trying to get us, man. There's no reason for us to all be these like lone wolf style people. It's what got us to want to do this, right? Yeah. But you got to realize that you found your people, right? We're not lone wolves anymore. We're not the black sheep anymore. We're in the herd of the black sheep, and together we can do a lot more than just sitting here and trying to take this on by ourselves. And I think that's so important to understand.
Wow. Guys, you heard that. Like, you just gave me more reason to keep up with this vision, guys. Look, I want to see thousands of people in this Fxtruth group. It's not a group that we are not selling anything. Guys, we are not even taking money for education. I tell people, if I was taking money for education, guys, I would have been anywhere. But I don't do that. It's not necessary. If you can trade and make money, why are you taking money to teach? I don't know. So we want to do this. Let's make this happen, guys. Let's make this happen. Devante, you have anything you want to add before we leave?
Nah, bro. I'm just thank you again for having me on there and shedding some light. I'm gonna leave it with what Andy said, man. That was a something brilliant to close on, I think. So.
We're gonna do stuff. Guys. I can see Fxtruth becoming the group that traders hate. I'm being real with you guys right now. They're gonna hate this group. Because in this group, we will say the things just the way it is. We will not beat around the bush. We won't say that we made 50,000 if we didn't. We won't say if we. I told people that is why in this group you will see reds and blues. Some groups you will see only blues. That is an intimidating group. It's not a motivating group. It's an intimidating group. A motivating group is a group that even losing trades are being posted, and that is why we do that in Fxtruth. Be honest. You lost, so what? I was in a trade that I was losing. I didn't get out because I knew eventually it would go, but I was losing, and I stayed in. And if you guys, I posted that trade. If you are somebody that you trade, you will know that the trade I posted, you will know that the entry wasn't the one that spiked. It was the one that was choppy out there. If you guys go check the picture.
I can't believe you made that entry. That was obviously after your week of okay, I figured it out. Now I'm confident again. We saw that yesterday, and me and Devontae were just like, wow.
Yeah.
And we was in bias, and
it was amazing.
You guys saw that, right? I stayed in for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because of the mental training. I don't know how I do it. I just do it. I just know that, hey, you know what? It wasn't about money, guys. If that account is very minor, it's not big. So I was like, it wasn't about the money. It was the fact that I said, hey, you know what? It will go up. It will play with me, but it will go up. And at the end of the day, guys, this is one thing I want you to learn. Master here. This part here. It is a dangerous thing. I don't know how to guys, it's dangerous. Like, it will make you think something that is not real. And Einstein says something. He said, am I crazy or the people are? Same thing in trading. You are either the one crazy or the one opposite. So one of you guys are crazy in a particular moment. But I told Devontae that, look, it is not a matter of what is correct or what is wrong. It's a matter of when. It's when. When is the time? So guys, look, we're not going to take much time again. This call was so beautiful that we did 1 hour. Sheesh. I think people are we did an hour, man, guys. I know. I
felt like I've been sitting there for 20 minutes.
I know, right? But it was really interesting, guys. So, hey, Kevin, we love your energy too. I think I'm supposed to say that, right? Because I don't know. I think it's just polite. So basically, guys, Andy, thank you so much. Lily, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Guys, look, in the next couple of 2-3 months from now, trust me, we will have a lot of people in this group, but it's not a group, it's a movement. This is not a group. I really want people to get that. It's not a group, it's a movement. Fxtruth is a movement of traders that decided to be honest with each other. That is all. So same time next week, Thursday. I don't know who we're going to have a conversation with, but Andy, if you are still free, we'll just bring a couple of people again. The more we have a couple of traders on there, it's going to be fun. You know, I just love listening to people and sharing my experiences as well. So guys, again, let's go milk the market. Thursday, tomorrow is NFP. Don't forget that, please. NFP is tomorrow. So if you're looking for gold, I have some few tips. DM me if you have my DM stuffs. DM me. I will not put it in the group for disclaimer reasons. But DM me. I will not give you specific advice, but I will educate you on what you should do. And then secondly, also, guys, look into NFT. Okay, look into NFT. It is not about trading. It's just, you know, one thing that I think you guys should look into as well. It's a very good opportunity for you guys to look into NFT. Trust me. So that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for hopping on the comment session. Was beautiful. We had an incredible time today. So Andy, God bless you. Next time, maybe probably I can speak to Javi as well, because this guy is doing stuff that I don't think. Clifford, how long have you been trading? How long have I been trading, Devontae?
Was it 6 years? Was it 6, 7 years?
Seven.
Yeah.
The first year was ignorance stage. So I don't normally add it, but it's 7 years.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, I want to speak to Javi, Andy. I don't know how we can get him maybe next time.
Sure. He's sleeping now, man. He just went on an epic 40-hour run with maybe an hour or two of sleep. So.
Okay. Yeah. Just by trading?
Oh yeah.
And look, now you got Cliff. Now you got Cliff. Cliff is gonna stay up.
Oh yeah, bro.
Watch him.
Are you serious? Now I'm mad.
I think I told you earlier what he was doing or whatever, and he did it for I think 16 hours straight.
Have you cracked the code?
And then he fell asleep while we were on Zoom with each other yesterday morning. You could hear him breathing into the mic. Like, wake up, bro.
But he's sleeping though, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
You guys should check up on him.
Yeah. He went on a hot streak, and he's an old athlete. And I told him hey, when you're on a hot streak, man, shoot or shoot. Let it ride, keep going for it. And he did, and he did really well. So,
wow, the guy, he cracked the code. He cracked the code, and that is the code. He cracked it. When you find.
Yeah, and I exaggerate. I'm sure he did some sleep, but.
Yeah, about 40 hours, money.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was just looking around to see if I got some coffee around here, plus any other more than that. But anyways, I would like to meet Javi as well, and Devontae, keep up the work you're doing. This guy, right? And also, let me just put it there. That call that you guys have, the group call, it is for you guys to share your ideas, trade together. It's very beautiful. And these calls are recorded. So I always watch them when I'm free. then I will suggest what is going wrong, you know. So it's very great that you guys keep on doing that you're doing. Anyway, guys, if we don't leave, this call is so beautiful. This live session today was incredible. So if we don't leave, Devante, we won't leave today. So Andy, thank you so much. I'm not going to take much of your time anymore.
My pleasure,
so
of course.
Thank you. So guys, remember this, that 10 pips a day takes poverty away. 20 pips a day, you can take the family on a date, and 50 pips a day, you can quit your job today. My name is Clifford Chikona. Andy, thank you so much. Devante, thank you so much, guys. And see you guys next week, same time on Fxtruth. God bless. Let's go. Yeah, we trade. What we do? 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 Said we trade. Said what we do? Yeah, we trade.